What is going on, everyone? My name is LittleMarMan and welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to yet another one of my videos, and of course this is another episode of my most popular series on my channel, Everything You Need to Know About Zombies, the one series on YouTube where we go totally in depth in each and every aspect of the zombie storyline. Now, we've been journeying through pretty much all the characters. We've done all the characters, we've done all the characters except Samantha, and we're now journeying through all the maps. 3 maps a week. There's going to be 3 maps videos a week, and then in between them is going to be sort of other questions that you guys suggested. So if you have any questions for the series, do suggest them down in the comment section below, and we will be covering pretty much everything and brushing up on every single bit of knowledge we need for the Black Ops 3 storyline, and then of course I will be covering that as well when that develops more. So without further ado, let's talk about the 3rd installment for Nazi Zombies. Obviously, World at War, it made its first appearance in, and then we started playing it in Black Ops 1 as well. This map is, of course, Shi No Numa, also called the Rising Sun Facility. We know it as Shi No Numa, but our characters in-game would probably know it as the Rising Sun Facility. So what happened here, what is going on, and explain a bit about the map. So we're going to talk about pretty much everything and everything we can take from this map. So the first thing is we got the hanging body in the first room. We obviously know this is Peter McCain. This guy has one hand missing. Does that ring a bell? Of course. Now there's quite the debate. Is it the hand on the power switch in most of the maps, or is it the hand in the torture room, which we've seen in Verrucht? That is totally up to you. That's totally up to you, because it can pretty much be either of them. I don't know where I stand, but I'd say maybe they put it on the power switch, to be honest, because Peter McCain, he did not want Element 115 to be weaponized. And of course, as you can see from this map in the story, Richtofen obviously came here deliberately to actually weaponize Element 115. So it's sort of when Samantha's in when obviously Samantha's controlling the zombies, she's in the Aether with all the power, and I don't know, maybe she's doing that as a constant reminder to Richtofen. That's just my theory on it. Let me know yours, of course, in the comment section below. But moving on, obviously we have his hanging dead body in the first room. So who is Peter McCain and why is he dead? What happened to him? Well, if you seen my Verrucht story video, then you would know exactly what I'm about to say, but for those who haven't, I'm going to repeat it now for you guys. So basically, Peter McCain was an iOS spy for, of course, America, and he was like just spying on all the work of Group 935 at Verrucht, and he probably was at Riese as well. He probably was at Riese, basically he was sent in and sort of like to be evacuated by our American soldiers, which we played in Aether and Toten, and of course in Verrucht. But they obviously all died, and he was already gone when they got to Verrucht. And obviously he, like, you can sort of assume that he either got evacuated in a helicopter or a plane, and of course the plane ended up crashing, being shot down or whatever, and the parachute is what pretty much hung him. You can't see the parachute too much, but that's pretty much what you have to go for. Otherwise, the inhabitants, obviously at the Shi No Numa Rising Sun facility, obviously took matters into their own hands. They did not want him to actually sort of survive or stay alive, because obviously they knew who he was. They knew he was sort of betraying the people they were working for and stuff. Because so Group 935 and sort of the experimentation sort of took over here. This was originally like sort of a living plant or whatever, but obviously Group 935 and stuff took over here, and they were using that as sort of a backup facility, if you will. For, of course, like Verrucht was sort of their main research facility, and of course so was this, and but Riese was sort of their main experimentation sort of place. So they sort of took over here, and you can obviously see a lot of torture weapons, a lot of experimentation tools. I can't even say that word. Experimentation tools and stuff. And obviously, what we actually play this map, we actually play Richtofen, Dempsey, and Takio, obviously sort of revisiting this map, coming back to this map, and of course, the reason why they did this, the events of Shi No Numa actually take place after Riese. Well, after Riese, and then they go back to Riese straight after this. But basically, they come from Riese to this map to get a supply of Element 115. Richtofen needs a supply of Element 115 to obviously survive longer, to create weapons, etc., etc. and then they head back to the Riese, and then after that they head on to Richthofen through teleportation, which we will talk about in later episodes, but that's sort of why our characters land here. So just before we jump into the radio messages, which is a big part of this map, there are 6 in total in Black Ops 1 and of course 5 in World at War, and I'll explain what they mean and I'll let you hear them as well. But around this map you can see a lot. As I was talking about, the Element 115 meteorite you can see actually crashing. That can be viewed on the map and it's on screen right now. And of course you see a lot of torture tools as well. So you can sort of that sort of backs up what I've just said in the past 2 or 3 minutes. And of course, yeah, we'll jump straight into the radio. So the first radio is located in the starting room, and obviously you have to hit the 3 radios to get the full message. And basically what it says, we have coordinates at the start and at the end, and it's a message to Peter McCain, obviously one of his associates, trying to see what's going on. Is he alright? Is he still alive? And possibly could they meet up if Peter had responded.
R-4808N 371406 115 4840.
I hope you're receiving this transmission, Peter. If you are not, then all is already lost. You must know by now that we failed to contain the asylum. Now we had to move the experiment here. Location. The numbers will guide you. The giant must remain at all costs. Repeat, der Riese must remain safe at all costs. The DG2 experiments continue. Might be our only advantage now. Find Dr. Richtofen and Dr. Max's. They may know what's going on. The use of 115 is dangerous at best. I'm not sure how long we can continue here. We've lost most of our best people. I hope you get this. I hope it hasn't happened there too. But I'm almost out of hope.
6054 06.96 101 55 44.94.
Who is the man behind the radio? Well, that is once again totally up to you. It's sort of your own interpretation. Who it could be? Could it be one of Peter McCain's associates? Could it be one of our American soldiers? Could it be somebody who just got out of there and has never been mentioned and we've never seen him? He's just been that guy on the radio. We don't know. We really don't know. There's no other hints towards it. Maybe we'll meet him in the future. Maybe we won't. And it's sort of one of our main radios on this. That's the main one that has sort of story, sort of involvement, and we have other ones where we hear screaming and gunshots, and we have one from some audio from the Vril trailer. I'll let you hear both of them now.
Here they come! Everywhere! Oh, shit!
And then of course we have our 3 other radios. Radio message 6 only made an appearance in Black Ops 1, and that was a conversation between Dempsey, Nikolai, Richtofen and Takio. And of course we have another message which is pretty much static, and you can sort of make out a robotic voice, but that's really creepy as well. And then we also have the other radio message that is in the doctor's quarters, where you hear a person laughing and then whispering Element 115 and find Dr. Richtofen. It's really, really creepy, and that's pretty much it when it comes to the radio messages. And that is pretty much it as well. Just to summarize, Dr. Richtofen and our original crew obviously travelled here to get Richtofen sort of dragged them here to get a decent supply of Element 115, which obviously crashed right beside the site. So Dr. Richtofen sort of used that and then he weaponized it further on, as we know and as we can see in our zombies sort of story. Now that is pretty much it when it comes to the main zombie storyline and how it ties in. It also has a lot of other mysteries and little untold stories like the Peter McCain story and stuff, and it is quite the creepy and sort of eerie map. You always get a weird feeling when playing this. It is a site in the middle of a jungle, and we have a lot of Imperial Japanese Army zombies, which is good, and it's quite unique because normally we have Nazi zombies or whatever, and these are sort of Japanese ones. So unique things about this map is the random box weapon, the random weapon box, I don't know, I said it backwards, but basically that has yellow question marks on it instead of white. It is the only map that has it really, and we were first introduced to dogs in this map as well, so that is pretty cool. That is really cool. And there is a lot of mysteries and a lot of sort of Easter eggs and unanswered questions about this map, and hopefully we find them out, and I will be the first to bring them to you. So if you haven't already subscribed and you've watched to the end of the video, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button, smash that like button, it helps me out a shit ton, and I hope you all learned something. I hope you all have an amazing day once again, and I will talk to you all later. Peace out. Thanks for watching.
Am I